morning, everybody. Jan of Jan Hicks Creates here. Day 2 of operation, waiting for orders. And oh, the things that can change in a day. No, we don't have orders yet, but we may be getting there more quickly than I expected. But first, let's talk about what I am working on and show you my progress from yesterday. So first, today's is called On the Route to India. This is by a French designer, Isabelle Harcourt-Vautier Creations. I don't believe this is still available. When I first got this, somebody asked me about it and I did a search and I did find it listed on the Italian site. Is it Casa Cenina? C-E-N-I-N-A, but it wasn't actually in stock. I have not done a search. Somebody asked me yesterday and I haven't done a search. So that I recommend you just doing a Google search and seeing if you can find it anywhere. I don't believe that it is anywhere, but like I said, I haven't searched recently. So I am going to be changing these words. That's a quote of Gandhi's. One step at a time is enough for me. I have it written out here in English. I don't know whether I'm going to do it in English or I may try and chart it in the Hindi. We shall see. This is Sanskrit down here. That is in Hindi. And I can't tell what that says because I don't know Sanskrit. I do know Hindi, but I don't know Sanskrit. Some of the characters are the same, but some of them are not. Some of them have passed out of use in modern Hindi. But anyways, I'm definitely going to change the quote somehow. I am using a piece of color and cotton that I got at StitchCon last year. Here is the label for it. It is a limited edition that was made for StitchCon. It is a 40 count. There is more than enough fabric here for this chart. And I'm using a silk filament in gold that a dear woman gave me. And I think it's going to be stunning. The picture, the color is not quite, that's a more accurate depiction of the color. It is a little bit richer. It looks more gray on the screen to me, but it's not this kind of blue down here either. That's pretty accurate, I guess, having faded out with the light. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous modeling on this piece of fabric. I mean, it's just a stunning. Looking through my pieces yesterday, I was looking for something that would offer a lot of contrast to the gold. And purple and gold is a great combination. They are opposites on the color wheel. Yellow and purple are opposites, so it creates a really striking combination. So yesterday, I was working on the Dorothy Allen sampler, and yes, I was working on a reproduction sampler, Rose. I get teased, but that's okay. But it's a band sampler, and you guys, I've mentioned before, I love band samplers. I think it's something about, I've mentioned also before how, for some reason, I like designs that have little boxes on them, and, you know, a band sampler is just lines of boxes, I guess. Anyway, let me pull it over here. So I got the second line of alphabets done, and then this is a line of long-armed cross under here. This was long-armed cross up here as well that I did yesterday, and I made a boo-boo there. I think that's where I ended thread and started the next one. and I obviously didn't continue the stitch in the right way. But oh well, we'll pretend I'm a young girl just learning to stitch as well. This was over 3, the long-armed cross up here. This is over 2 down here. So you can kind of see the difference. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I had hoped to get started on that evergreen, the green herringbone band that goes right there. I want to show you the chart. But I ran out of time. I did switch to something else. I only worked on this for about another hour yesterday afternoon. Interestingly, the woman who started this, she used different colors than it's charted for the K and the L. I don't know why. I was going to take them out and do the right ones, but I'm just going to leave it. For some reason, she decided she wanted those colors in, and so I'm going to leave it. I did get a question about the J being missing and how that's often missing from samplers. Let's see. There is a little biography here in the pattern. Again, this is a pattern that is available from Dying to Stitch in Virginia Beach. There's a picture of the finished one. So the J and the U are missing. Let's see, they're consistent with the German influence, where the I and J are interchangeable, as well as the U and V. So in the German language, you don't necessarily have, let's see, well, you don't have, the V and W are kind of interchangeable. It could be Old German. But anyways, that's why there's often those letters missing from the alphabet, because they weren't necessarily used in the language that this was influenced by. So this one, I don't know whether it's going to get put away or not. It will go quickly, so I don't know. I mean, I only have so many hours in the day. I know, it's a true story. We only have so many hours to work on our stitching, because other things must get done. And for me, sorry, looking at the chart, those other things are going to include starting to clean out and pack. Not actually packing, but sorting what's going with us in our luggage as opposed to what's going in our household goods. So, update. Yes, a lot can change in a day. Mike did hear back from the HR guy here that he's dealing with. They have decided, even though they still don't have the SPF, they have decided that they're just going to forge ahead with the processing and get as much done as possible while they're waiting for the SPF, which, you know, is really just the matter of attaching a PDF to an email and emailing it. So, yeah. It's just so difficult. Yes, I am being sarcastic. So they're going to just go ahead with the processing. He has some paperwork he started to fill out yesterday. And he is thinking, I keep going off screen, guys. I'm sorry. I flipped the angle. I have, you know, setting this, my stand, my phone holder up differently every day. It kind of like, where do I need to be? So forgive me for going off screen. And I didn't cut this length of silk. I wanted to see, because this is just a one color pattern, I just kept the 1 yard length of silk. I want to see how long it lasts before it really starts to fray. So I have a lot of silk to pull through here at the beginning. But anyway, he has some paperwork to fill out. And he's thinking that they may be waiving. You know, I had said that nothing is going to happen for at least a week because he has all these appointments and like a checklist to go through. He's thinking they may be waiving the appointments because he thinks that he didn't do that paperwork when we came out here, that wasn't something that got done until after, you know, the end. That's the last thing on the checklist, basically. Again, they may be just rearranging things and waiting for the SPF. He will hopefully know more today. but it could be that things are going to go a whole lot quicker than I thought. And now I'm kind of like, but, and somebody had said this, you know, you make plans and that's when Murphy's Law kicks in and boom, it'll speed things up tremendously. Well, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We don't know yet. The tentative dates he's looking at are, excuse me, to have the Packers come in, I think the 23rd to the 27th, and then to leave here on the 28th. And I asked him, why are we waiting a whole month for the Packers to come in? I mean, assuming they write the orders next week. But what he doesn't know is, you know, we go through the military moving system. There's an acronym for it. I don't know what it is. And so we get put into this system, and that there's somebody that arranges hiring the movers and getting us all in the system, tagged and bagged and, you know, lined up and everything. And we don't know at this point, of course, you know, what the schedule is going to look like, how backed up the movers are, how long it takes for, because when we get put into that system, the moving system, we will be contacted by somebody to start scheduling that. And so we don't know how long that takes, basically. That's the big question mark. Now, we are definitely not in prime PCS system, or PCS season. That is really in the summer, because a lot of the moves take place, you know, when the kids are out of school. So we are hoping that means that the system's fairly empty, if you will, that can move along quickly. And even if it isn't, it still will only take, you know, a week or two. Certainly coming out here, it was super efficient. The people that we dealt with in that area were just really on top of their game as far as contacting us and getting things scheduled, getting the movers scheduled. So it's just how long it takes to get into the system, and then waiting to hear from them that first time. So, excuse me, Mike has he sent in an email yesterday to HR asking that question, so hopefully he will have an answer to that. Because if we can, I mean, really, as soon as we can get scheduled to get packed out, we will. So I'm hoping we're not waiting until the end of the month to do that. I mean, 2 weeks sounds good to me. Get us scheduled, get us moving. We are ready. It does mean, you know, whatever time is left is going to be kind of crazy. Whoops, I don't want to do that. I want to skip one. 3, skip 1, 4. Got that? 3, skip 1, 4. So yeah, he should know a lot more by the time he gets home today. He's going to finish that paperwork and get that in and hopefully have some answers. And then we just have to see. So yeah, I have all these plans, and now I'm just like, but I want to start all these things. So I did narrow down my pile after he got home yesterday, telling me, you know, what the latest was, realizing that all of those weren't going to happen. So I'll show you what I've narrowed it down to. I do have my one for Monday picked out, and the fabric picked out. Now Monday, I do also plan on doing what is probably going to be my last basics of cross stitch video. I think I've pretty much covered the basics, and this last one is actually going to be that off. This last one is actually going to be kind of a compilation of odds and ends, questions that people have asked me. You know, just little things that don't really need a full video but need to be addressed. So things like how to do fractional stitches. How do you decide when to start? I am starting in the corner on this one. How to decide when do you start in the corner and when do you start in the center? Just little odds and ends like that. Yes, I am off camera again. Sorry about that. Hold on. 3, skip 1, 1, skip 1, 2. 3, skip 1, 1, skip 1, 2. Got that? At the very least, I know I'll be doing Monday. So in addition to the basics, where was I going with this? Now I remember. In addition to the basics video, I will also do one of these. This one will probably get done first because I can do this without getting a shower because you can't see me. So I'll do my new start, and I am going to show you. I have that all ready to go. Like I said, the fabric and the floss picked out and ready to go. So I will do that and do the basics, and then I'll probably get Tuesdays ready to go as well, because I won't know until, you know, Mike gets home from work on Monday whether he has gotten orders yet. I don't expect it to happen that fast, but who knows. Skip 1, 1, skip 1, 2. Yeah, so who knows. Maybe I'll do one Sunday. You know, I do want to get all these started. I got this in my mind now, and like I'm petting them and looking at them going, oh, but I really want to start that. Oh, that one's so pretty. I don't want to put that one back away. Oh, you really need to at least get that one started. Oh my God, you know, just kind of crazy. So this weekend, I plan on doing a lot of clearing out clothes mostly. You know, I have so many odds and ends accumulated that I never wear. Stuff I don't fit into anymore, stuff that just needs to be given away. So I need to get serious about that this weekend. But tomorrow, hold on, 3, skip 1, 3. Tomorrow I am meeting with the ladies here. We are going to dinner and a movie tomorrow night. We're going to go see Call of the Wild, and then we're going to go out to eat. How awesome is that? Just something different as kind of a little goodbye to everybody here on this island. Timing actually works out fairly well if all things go as planned. Whoops, I split that one. Yes, I'm off screen again. I just split that thread, so I just had to take the floss back down. $40 count, yay. So yeah, looking forward to that, but otherwise I think we will probably just be here cleaning stuff out. I don't think we're gonna make it to Maui before we leave. I'm glad we did get down to Pearl Harbor on Sunday, I think. Yeah, this past Sunday. I'll post some videos and some pictures on my floss tube on Tuesday. So I guess Tuesday, if we're still waiting, I'll have both a stitch with me and a floss tube. I'm not sure how that will work in my life, but you know, expect things to be rather chaotic over the next month. And actually, I was kind of planning on maybe ramping back my floss tube a bit and just doing every other week for a while as we get moved and get settled. There will be other videos like this kind of thing popping up. And also, you know, do you want me to do the whole house hunting thing in San Antonio like we did doing out here? Was that interesting to people? Let me know. I don't know if that's something, you know, coming out here was one thing because it's so exotic, but I don't know whether in general people really care. Got my floss all twisted around each other, so I was having trouble pulling it up the needle. So yeah, that's I told somebody this morning, you know, first I'm complaining that nothing is happening, and then I'll be complaining that too much is happening, right? No, I'm not going to complain about that. I will be thrilled when things start happening. And I'm going to try not to stress because this is what we want, right? We have our reservations at the RV park in San Antonio, so that's all set. We'll be spending probably 3 days with the RV parked in front of Mike's parents' house, getting it set up to head to San Antonio. So, you know, getting it stocked, getting food and all that kind of stuff, visiting with Mike's parents a little bit. Their move date to their new place is March 25th. So it may work out that it is all happening at the same time, kind of like we had planned. But yeah. Hey, my first little paisley done. Isn't that pretty? You can see there's just a subtle variation in this floss from light to dark gold. So I'm going to jump over to here, and I'm going to start working on the alphabet across the top. But that is all for me today. So tomorrow, actually I want to show you tomorrow's as well. Look, I have pants on. It was chilly this morning. It was 63 this morning. It's up to 69 now that the sun's out. All right, so tomorrow, because this is really what I want to get done, I've decided tomorrow's start is going to be the armchair pin keep by Beth from Heartstring Samplery. So she uses All Weeks Dye Works. I don't have, you know, I have more Victorian Motto and Gentle Art Sampler thread than I do Weeks. So most of these colors are substitutes. The only one that isn't is Dirt Road, and that's what's used in this vase and back and forth in this basket, and in this one as well. So pretty, so pretty. So yeah, I did choose a 32 count fabric. This is, she used 32 count in the pattern, so I wanted to keep the count the same. And this is kind of a, come on, focus for me. There we go. This is kind of a pinky, oh look, there's some stitches from whoever gave this to me. I have to take out. It's kind of a pinky and cream mottled fabric. And it seemed to me, now what she used is Patriot's Brew. So that doesn't sound like it would really have any pink to it. But in my eye, the fabric here looks like it has a bit of a pink hue, just like a blush pink. I like this because it's kind of more rustic. It does have some rather big slubs in it. And I think that will wear well being on the arm of my chair and kind of getting a lot of brushing against it. You know, it's kind of going to be a little bit used a lot more than a lot of our things. So I think it's kind of like that rustic feel for something like that. And so my other colors, so Dirt Road is the only called for one. I'm using a Victorian Motto Sewing circle. This is from that new set I got called Kindred Sisters, or Kindred Stitcher. Kindred something. I can never keep straight what is what. This one is used in combination with this and in the lettering. Another Victorian motto, Gold Dust Yarrow, that is used in the one bush here. Two greens. One is Evergreen. These are both Gentle Arts, and one is Shutter Green. And so that is for the greens down here and here. And then the two pinks, the light and the dark pink, I have Gentle Arts Claret and Victorian Motto Sampler Rose. Look how pretty that is with that variegation. So this is going to be my start. Dare I do one Sunday just to get more done? Is that cheating since I said I would only do it on the work days? Stay tuned, you may see one on Sunday. Until then, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic Friday and a fantastic weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.